Contingent spouses pensions are getting a lot of attention at the moment. What with the high number of insurer transactions, schemes preparing for pensions dashboards, and just a general focus on the accuracy of pension scheme data. PASA have put out some helpful guidance on this, and it thinks about CSPs both in terms of data and calculations, providing a practical framework.
And when you start applying that framework in practice, it really comes down to three things. What do you actually need the CSPs for? How complex are your benefits? And what's the quality of the data underneath it all?
Let's start with that first one. What are you trying to get out of cleansing your CSPs? Because that's not always as obvious as it might sound.
No, and it makes a big difference. If you're doing early stage pricing with an insurer, you can take a more pragmatic approach. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. But if you're getting closer to buyout or you want something you can rely on for ongoing admin, you need that accuracy, you need the auditability, and you have to be really confident in the data that's being recorded.
And then, of course, once you've calculated your CSPs, you need to maintain them. And this will most likely be part of your regular pension increase exercise. But it's important to think about this, or you'll be recalculating your CSPs again and again in years to come. And then there's the complexity piece, both the complexity of the benefit structure, but also admin practice, and this often gets overlooked.
Definitely. Some schemes are fairly straightforward, but a lot of them aren't. Once you get into GMP, commutation, different pension tranches, and then historical events like equalisation or a pension increase exchange, it all adds up pretty quickly.
And yeah, when a scheme has some of these complexities, it really is hard to rely on a simplified approach. So it's really about understanding the specifics of your individual scheme, because that tells you how far you can go with a bulk or a pragmatic solution. And then the big one, the data itself.
Yeah, and this is where that PASA guidance is really helpful. It recognises that data isn't always perfect and sets out practical ways schemes can still move forward. But there's still a clear link. The more complete and reliable your data is, the more straightforward and robust your approach becomes.
So it's less about fix everything and more about knowing where better data will genuinely improve the outcome.
Exactly. In some cases, some validation or some targeted cleansing up front can make everything that follows much simpler and give you way more confidence in the results.
So when you put it all together, what you need, how complex things are, and how good your data is, you can take a much more joined up approach.
And avoid over-engineering your solution where you don't need to, or cutting corners where you do need it.
And that's exactly the kind of conversation we're having with clients at the moment, helping them work out where to focus and how to get to a position they're comfortable with. Because ultimately, getting CSPs right isn't just about the calculation, it's about making the whole approach stand up.